Yes, my people, I don't come again, not the kill us, now up with the use and the go. Yes, so they called, according to the news when which way I did now, that the judge said that they are not going to allow them to use live streaming. Why? Because it's not in Nigeria constitution. Well, that will not be the end of the case, so that will not be the end of all. Now, the judge don't finally tell INEC to allow Peter Obi to go and see everything that's inside the beavers. Everything when they for inside beavers, they say Peter Obi have the right to go and check it. Nobody should stop him not to do that. That is another hope for Labour Party. That is another hope for all obedience worldwide. But people, make I leave una make una watch am. May not come be say na me talk am because I no dey call today. Before I leave una make una watch am, make una share this video. Leave your comment for the comment section. Like it so that Facebook will recommend it to other people to see too. Don't forget, say we have national item on this platform. Remain the same. Brum laba brum. Yes, watch it now. Lato.
Yes, P2B wasn't in court today. He was at Dangote Refinery. He joined the Who is Who in Nigeria. They are commissioning Dangote Refinery today. Many roads are blocked in VI, many places, because Buhari came to Lagos today. Anyway, today's hearing at the Appeal Court Complex, where the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal is sitting, can be characterized with mixed feelings. Today, the court decided on the issue of live broadcast, and as you already know, they shut it down. Justice Samane, while delivering the unanimous ruling, said that televising the court cases is not provided for by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. There are two takeaways here. Either they might be hiding something, or they are trying to tell Nigerian people that they will follow the law to the letter. People need to see beyond this. If they are truly going to follow the law to the letter, that means there is hope for the 25% in Abuja. We all know that we shouldn't be asking the judges to define "and." But in this case, in this election petition, they will have to define it looking at two previous definitions that have been done by previous justices. Anyway, another judge also said that it is politicians that make laws, not the judiciary arm. So their job is to look at the law and interpret it. We all know that the greater part of the petitions before them relies on their correctly interpreting the law. The 25% in Abuja, all the violations by INEC of the electoral law, the Constitution of Nigeria, even their own INEC guidelines, they all violated them during the election. So this is hoping that the judges will interpret Nigerian laws correctly without favor of any party, and they will look at all matters surrounding the petition on their merit and quickly too, like they promised. And since the court will finalize pre-hearing tomorrow, it is hoped that by next tomorrow they will start the hearing proper, and that they will tackle the issue of 25% first. This ruling, like we have already said many times, can be done in a day because it's just to interpret the law. Like the Honorable Justice mentioned, that their job is to interpret the law, like they interpreted the law and found out that there's nowhere in the Constitution that it empowers the judges or the courts to stream hearings in the court live. So since they have decided that, it is hoped that they will interpret the Constitution correctly when they start hearing the 25% in Abuja.
Now, wow. The Emperor, the Lion.
Now to the main takeaway from today. The judge finally ordered INEC to forcefully, by fire by force, allow the Labour Party legal team to physically inspect the beavers' machines. Although the INEC legal team wanted to prevent this, but the judge insisted that it is the right of the petitioners to inspect the beavers, that they have taken notice of all the complaints by the Labour Party legal team of INEC's refusal to allow them inspect the beavers' machine, that INEC must comply and allow them to inspect the beavers, of which the INEC legal team finally accepted that they will allow the Labour Party legal team to inspect the beavers, this time physically inspecting the machines. INEC told the court that they have saved all the beavers' information to a back-end server. That's talking about all the information that relates to the presidential election. Remember that INEC got a court order to wipe the beavers and save the information on the back-end server in order to prepare for the governorship election. So INEC legal team reiterated in court that when Labour Party legal team inspects the beavers, that they will only see information concerning the governorship election. INEC also told the court that they have made available some electoral materials for the Labour Party legal team, that they can go and pick up these materials in some states after paying the necessary fees. This is good news. Finally, the court is now applying pressure on INEC because INEC is already in contempt of the court by continuing to refuse the legal team of Labour Party access to the necessary materials that they require to prosecute the case. So it is a welcome development that INEC will finally allow them access to the beavers to physically inspect them by themselves. Remember that they require forensic experts to do this in order to prove their case in court. On the issue of how long the Labour Party will require for the calling of witnesses in the court, The Labour Party legal team said that when they finish inspecting the beavers machine, that the information they're able to extract will determine how long they will require to call witnesses. So it is kind of tentative. When they finish collecting the information that they require from INEC and come back tomorrow in court, they will now say how long it will take them to invite witnesses. Of course, they have already agreed on how long to question a witness, a star witness, or an ordinary witness. So all these agreements have been finalized. They will now round them up tomorrow after the Labour Party have gotten the information that they need from INEC. This will determine how long the calling of witnesses will take. The court wants Labour Party to reduce the number of weeks that they will require to call witnesses and their cross-examination and forensics, all that, because going by the current request made by Labour Party, which is 7 weeks, the judges will only have 4 days to write judgment, which is very short for the judges and is logical and reasonable. But Labour Party are insisting that if they haven't inspected the beavers, they cannot determine how long it will take them to call the witnesses, because it all depends on what they see. A lot of professionals will be running forensics on the beavers machines. So it is by tomorrow, when Labour Party have inspected the beavers, they will now come back to court and tell the court, okay, instead of 7 weeks, we will now require 4 weeks or 6 weeks. It all depends on what they come up with. Also, the same tomorrow, the court will rule on the issue of consolidation of all the cases. Tinubu, APC, and Shetima are all opposing the consolidation of the cases. It's understandable. They are afraid of facing these cases the same time. Imagine all the 3 lawyers representing the different petitioners hammering and bombarding them in court. They don't want it to be consolidated. They want it one by one. Also, the major reason they want this is because it will take longer. It will take a longer time. The tribunal will spend ages calling one person, that person, and the other. For once, INEC are staying neutral on this. They don't have a position. Likewise, the Labour Party legal team, they are okay with whatever position the court holds tomorrow, whether they are consolidating.
People, as you don't watch and now you see say na true I talk. The only thing you need to do to move Nigeria forward, just share this video. Share it now. Share it. It will not take you anything to share it. You will not pay to share it. Share it so that other people will see it too. If you want Nigeria to progress, to go forward, move forward, share this.